In this video, your objective is to be able to construct and use tables in order to write equations. Now, in our first example, we have that Samantha has opened up a savings account with $60 and she deposits $15 each week. So the first thing I'm going to do in order to finish this table is I'm going to control or label it from 0 to 5 weeks. So 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. As far as the money that Samantha has in her account, I have to think about how much does she begin with and what is the rate of change? How much is she depositing each week? So when she first opened her account, she started with $60. So before she even started depositing $15 a week, she had that original 60. Now each additional week after that, she deposits 15 more dollars. So every individual week, her the amount of money in her account should increase by 15. So from 60 after the first week, we can assume that she'll have 75. After that, she'll have $90. After that, she'll have 105. And we'll keep increasing by $15 a week till we have 120. And in the fifth week, we should have 135. Now from here, now that we have a table and we know the rate of change and her beginning point, we're going to write an equation that's comparing the total amount of money she has to the time that's passed by. Now again, I know that money is my dependent variable. The amount of money in the account depends on the number of weeks. So I'm going to say that M is dependent, or M is equal to the rate of change, which is 15. So $15 a week. And then my constant, which is also kind of known as my starting point, is $60. So she begins with $60, and then each additional week after that, she deposits 15 more. And we do have another question which asks us how much money will she have in her account after 11 weeks? So I'm actually going to use this equation that I created right here in order to find out how much money she's going to have in her account after 11 weeks. And how I'm going to do that is I'm just going to substitute 15 I'm going to substitute the number of weeks, which is 11, for the variable w. So 15 times 11 is 165. And I can't forget about that plus 60 because that's how much money she started with her account. So plus that 60. And when I find the sum of these two numbers, I'm going to get that she has $225 in her account. Now, in our next example, we have that Ryan bought a 100-pound bag of dog food for his pet. His dog eats 8 pounds per week. So, just like the last one, we know that in week 0, before we can even begin, Ryan bought 100 pounds worth of dog food. So before the dog can even get to the food, we know that there's 100 pounds. Now, each additional week, the dog eats 8 pounds of food. So we're going to have a negative rate of change. So by week 1, it should have 92 pounds. We take away another 8. So we're going to have, I believe, 84 pounds. And after that, we take away another 8 pounds. That's going to be 76 pounds. The week after that, we take away another 8 pounds. That's going to be 68 pounds. And by week 5, we're taking away another 8 pounds, which is going to give us an even 60 pounds of food that are left for the dog. So we need to write an equation representing the amount of food left to the number of weeks that have passed. So again, I know that the number of pounds of food is my dependent variable because it depends on the number of weeks that pass. Now, each week, our rate of change is -8 because the dog eats 8 pounds of food. So I'm going to put that it's -8 times W. And then we have to remember that that Ryan originally bought a 100-pound bag of dog food, and we need to represent that's how much money he started, or how much pounds of food he started with. So we're going to write plus 100. So this is our equation right here, that the dog is eating 8 pounds of food a week, and it started out with 100 pounds of dog food. Now we want to know how much food will the dog have after 8 weeks. So again, just like the last example, we're going to use this equation and we're going to substitute the number of weeks the variable w, which represents weeks, with the number of weeks we actually have. So here we have 8 weeks plus 100. And so what I'll be doing is I'll be finding the product of -8 and 8, which is -64, plus 100. And 64, I'm sorry, -64 plus 100, it's also the same thing as 100 minus 64. So I'm just going to do a little bit of subtraction. So I need to borrow a little bit. So this will cancel out. This will turn into a 0. This will be a 9 and a 10. 10 minus 4 is 6. 9 minus 6 is 3. So we'll get that there will be 36 pounds of dog food left after 8 weeks. If you have any questions about this video, please feel free to email me and ask. If not, have a great day.